When Heather moved from England to Charente in the French countryside, she thought she was living the dream. When things went wrong, it soon felt more like a nightmare. Her partner left her, taking all her money and leaving her a property with no electricity and no running water. She found herself without a penny to her name in a country that still seemed very foreign.
For the first time in my life, I've suddenly realised I was penniless. I had loads of bills, I had no job, I couldn't speak the language properly, I had a family to look after. It was a very frightening time, really.
Miles from the nearest town and with no money for petrol, she's now making ends meet with odd jobs for neighbours. She's not the only one. Some 5,000 Brits every year move to this region of France alone. Whether through marital problems, work pressures or bereavement, many end up on their own and unsure where to go for help.
When they arrive, they don't imagine that one day they'll end up alone and need to communicate with the bureaucracy or legal system in French, the language they haven't mastered. People don't prepare for the worst. I mean, that's human nature.
When the worst happened to Maria Luisa, abandoned by her husband who took her passport and emptied her bank accounts, she was determined not to remain on her own. She set up a blog where women left in a similar situation in France could share stories and advice. Before long, more than 1,000 had contacted her for help.
Tea and sympathy and oh dear, never mind, just doesn't work. What people in my position, I believe, need is the advice to actually go to this organisation or that organisation who can maybe help you. But again, it's not a guarantee that you're eligible for any help at all. And if you're not, well then you really are entirely on your own.
With no family left in Britain, Maria Luisa's going to stay and make a go of it in France. Her country house may be quite remote. Thanks to her blog, she's now part of a thriving community of women like her all across the country.